Hello and welcome to this drive from Narvik to Mo I Rana on the European Highway 6 or the E6. This is a long drive. I think in real life it took us over 6 hours to do this drive, but today we're just going to do it in about an hour on YouTube. Thank you, speeding up video. So my name is Emma. I'm a tour guide in Bergen as well as a tour leader throughout Norway and Finland, and I run a tour website called thehiddennorth.com. You can find a written version of this drive, plus all of the drives that I have done for YouTube on The Hidden North, and you can also find travel information for each city. So we are currently in Narvik, which has been a settlement since the Bronze Age. It's also believed that Vikings lived in the area, though little is known about them. The development of Narvik, as we know it today, came from the late 19th century when the port was established. The Swedish government were seeing the potential of the iron ore mines in Kiruna. There was no suitable port in Sweden, while Narvik was a good ice-free port. So the iron ore line was established between the two cities. Narvik is, of course, today famous around the world for what happened here during World War II. A summary of the war can be found on thehiddennorth.com. So the Swedish mining corporation LKAB still ships most of its iron ore from Narvik, and it's still an important employer and landowner in the city. Today, there is also the Narvik University College, and Narvik is really putting a lot of its focus on technology. We're currently under the Scandic Narvik Hotel, which is where we spent the night, and now we're going to make our way south on the European Highway 6 towards Mo I Rana. Throughout this drive, I will be providing written information on the screen, and occasionally I'll also come in with some audio information as well. This is a long one today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the drive.
will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. I will never cry for you, cry for you, cry for you, cry for you. I can't take this anymore. You say we're done, but you still want more. Baby, what I need is you out the door. This time I'm sure, yeah, that you're a bad boy, up to no good. Trying to be a man, but you're stuck in boyhood. Baby, you won't ever treat me the way you should. So it's over for good. I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never cry for you, cry for you, cry for you, cry for you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What do you expect me to when I'm over you? Can't you tell by the look on my face that I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. It's been chaos from the start. Can't believe I made it this far. Guess I needed it to see who you really are. Breaker of hearts, yeah. You made your bed, now lie in it, baby. Rest your head, let it dream about me. Cause I'm fed up with you crazy. I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never cry for you, cry for you, cry for you, cry for you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What do you expect me to when I'm over you? Can't you tell by the look on my face that I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. I will never smile for you. I will never smile for you. You made your bed, now lie in it, baby. Rest your head, let it dream about me. Cause I'm fed up with you crazy. I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never cry for you, cry for you, cry for you, cry for you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What do you expect me to when I'm over you? Can't you tell by the look on my face that I will never smile for you, smile for you, smile for you, smile for you. Yeah. I will never smile for you. Yeah. I will never smile for you. I will never smile for you.
We are currently in a small village called Ballangen. Ballangen used to be its own municipality until it was merged with Narvik in 2020. The area was known in the Viking Age, and the first person to live here was Lodvel Langer, who is mentioned in the Heimskringla as one of Olav Tryggvason's most trusted warriors. This area didn't see growth until the 17th century thanks to mining. In total, there have been over 36 mines operated in the region, with lots of different minerals here. Ballangen is known as having Norway's highest rate of sick leave, which likely comes from the environmental impact of all of the mining. I don't know why, but on this drive we somehow took the wrong way, even though the E6 was clearly marked, so enjoy this quick little detour, and we will continue south towards Mo i Rana. Welcome to Hamaroy Municipality. So Hamaroy is in Nordland County and it is in the traditional district of Salten. The coat of arms represents two swans which have been found on an ancient rock carving seen in the municipality. The previous coat of arms was a lynx, which is common in the area. The municipality is dominated by small fjords, pine, birch and aspen woodland. There are several nature reserves here as well as some beautiful mountains, including the very unique Hamaroy Skjaftet, which stands 612 metres or 2,000 feet high. Tourism in Hamaroy is linked with Knut Hamsun, the famous Norwegian author who lived in the area. The municipality also has a ferry connection to the famous Lofoten Islands. Agriculture is a main industry, though the salmon slaughterhouse is also important to the municipality. Here we are in Sorfold Municipality, which is in Nordland County and the traditional district of Salten. The coat of arms represents a silver wheel with a turbine to show a hydroelectric power plant, as that is one of the main industries in this region. It provides a major source of income for the community. There are many different rivers here that contain rapids and waterfalls. So we are about 120 kilometers or 75 miles north of the Arctic Circle. Here there is also a national park known for its wild nature with bare rock, streams, and a pine forest. During World War II, the German army had a prisoner of war camp here, housing Russian prisoners of war, who were building the Polarbahnen, or the Arctic Railway. That was supposed to connect Fauske with Narvik. Some ruins of the camp, as well as the railway, can be found in the region. We have now arrived in Fauske, which is sort of the midpoint on today's drive. So this is a municipality in Nordland and the traditional district of Salten. The name comes from a historic farm that used to be on the site, and the coat of arms represents a red reef knot on a grey background, showing Fauske as the centre of commerce and transportation. Several marble quarries can be found in Fauske, and the marble is exported to many countries. Marble from Fauske can be seen on the United Nations headquarters in New York City, for example. Dolomite quarries are also here, and there is also some agriculture industry left, as that was historically the most important industry here. There are two large glaciers in Fauske, Blåmannisen and Sulitjelma. I think that's right. Together they cover 14% of the municipality. There are also parts of the Junkerdal National Park and Sjunghatten National Park in the municipality, plus several nature reserves. We are still within the Arctic Circle. Fauske has a rich Sami history, and Lifset is a protected Sami sacrificial site. Place names in the municipality come from the Sami people. We are now in Fauske town, so this is the town for the municipality of Fauske. The population here is about 6,300, and it is a fairly modern town. It wasn't officially established until 1998. The name comes from an old farm that has been here for thousands of years, and Fauske Church from 1867 is built on the site of the farm. Fauske is a stop on the Nordlandsbanen, which runs from Trondheim to Bodø. Despite being above the Arctic Circle, Fauske does not experience the polar night. The sun rises at 11 a.m. and sets before 12 p.m. in winter, which is basically the polar night. So Fauske is a great place to break up the drive. Here we'll find lots of different shops, petrol stations, grocery stores, and there's even a hotel here. However, we continue south towards Mo i Rana. We have now arrived in Saltdal Municipality. So Saltdal is a municipality in the Nordland County and part of the traditional district of Salten. The coat of arms represents two gold-coloured rowan twigs on a red background, representing the nature and prevalence of rowan forests in the municipality. Now, the main centre of Saltdal Municipality is Rognan, which sits on the southern shore of the Saltdal Fjord. A major historical industry was boat building out of local timber. Today it is Nexans, which is a global fibre company. The company's Rognan factory specialises in telecommunications, fibre optics and copper cables. We are now close to the Saltfjellet-Svartisen National Park, which is also where we'll cross the Arctic Circle. This is definitely the highlight of this long drive on the European Highway 6. The Nordland line, which is the train between Trondheim and Bodø, also runs through this national park, which is quite special. It is one of the largest and most varied national parks in Norway, with mountains, glaciers, as well as forested valleys. For this part, we are in the far east of the national park, and we will see the Saltfjellet mountain range. Many Sami cultural landmarks are within the park too. Some of the oldest Sami monuments are from the 9th century, and they include sacrificial sites, animal graves, and fences. Today's domestic reindeer husbandry has its roots from the 16th century. The Saltfjellet mountain range has peaks rising up to heights of 1,700 metres or 5,700 feet above sea level. In the park you'll see lots of reindeer, but there are also wolverines and lynx. In the valleys you will see plenty of moose. Cabins are available here to rent within the park if you wish to spend a longer period of time here. Hiking trails can be found all along the side of the road, and there are lots of different car parks, so you can stop and go for a little walk. are about to stop at the Arctic Circle Centre, which is a fun little road stop to get some souvenirs, some snacks, and take some photos of yourself on the Arctic Circle. The centre is from 1990 and it opened at the same time the European Highway 6 over the Saltfjellet Mountains was completed. So we have officially crossed the Arctic Circle and now we're going to, after our stop of course, continue south towards Mo i Rana. Welcome to the last stop for today's drive, which is Rana. So this is the administrative centre of the Rana Municipality, and it is one of the main cities in northern Norway. It is in the region of Helgeland, which is just below the Arctic Circle. Now, why is it called Rana? Well, the official name of the town is Mo, or Mo if you were to speak much better Norwegian than me. And the reason is because they needed to distinguish it from other places called Mo, which is a very common place name in Norway. So Rana is the municipality, Mo is the name of the town. It's not as old as some cities in northern Norway. There was a Sami market here starting in 1730. Starting from the mid-19th century, though, Norwegians took over and began to trade here, establishing a trading post. They typically traded with the Swedes, and a lot of the hiking paths today are the old trading routes. Eventually, Mo i Rana became known for its heavy industry. The municipality is rich in iron ore and water for producing power, and the first iron ore mines were established here in the early 20th century. During the period, the village became known as an industrial city, and people moved from all over Norway to work here. In 1930, the population was 1,300, and by the 1950s, it had more than tripled. You can still see the old preserved village down by the water, and it's really great to walk around because you can see what the town used to look like. The church is also very old. It's from 1724, and it was built by a missionary who worked with the Sami people. Mo i Rana is also a large student city with about 470 students studying at Nord University. We're going to make our way towards our hotel. I'll be back really soon. We have now arrived at our hotel, which is the Scandic Maya Garden. This is built in a historic farm and lodgings property. I hope you have enjoyed this drive from Narvik to Mo i Rana. Be sure to watch the next and last video for this Norwegian coastal road trip, where we continue from Mo i Rana down south to Trondheim, where that trip began. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out thehiddennorth.com, where you'll find written information about everything shown in this video. Thank you.